Welcome in Craft and Design 3.0. For my dear guys, for my dear audience, in this video I will describe some different and much beautiful machine, metal welding machine or steel welding machine in the world, or top machines which is used in different welding project, metal welding project or steel welding project. So, my dear guys, when we talk about metal welding machine, different project, then different question arise in our mind, like as what is a welding metal, is a welding machine in different categorical position, or how does a metal welder work on machine, or which metal is used in welding machine, or why is metal welding important with different machines, or what is the principle of welding machines. So my dear guys, first of all, welding refers to the process of using an electric arc to melt a material with which you are working rather than a filler material. So a welding machine is a machine that helps to assemble or remove in different metal parts by melting them with the thermal energy. And a welding machine is a useful tool for people in the welding industry and welding perspective. So how does a metal welder works on a working machine? On these machines. So welding works by joining two or more work pieces together at high temperature. The heat causes a weld pool of molten material, which after undergoing cooling and solidifies as one piece, forming a weld. So the weld can even be stronger than the parent metal and different other. So which metal is used in welding machine, which is a distinctive uh, perspective or distinct categorical position. So, my dear guys, some of the most common metal used in welding are steel, stainless steel, and aluminium. So, steel may be the most common metal used for welding. It is inexpensive and works well for many types of welding and different welding procurement. So, my dear guys, when we talk about a welding machine, then uh, word metal welding word we can use. Why is metal welding important? Welding establishes a strong, durable, and permanent joint links. So it is a simple process that results in a great finish. So the technique, when used with filler material, produces a stronger weld than the base material. So it is used in various sectors like construction, in different automobiles and many more industries. So what is the principle of welding machine? The welding machine uses the high temperature arc generated when the positive and negative poles are instantaneously short circuited to melt the solder on the electrode and the material to be welded, and the purpose of combining the objects to be contacted. So its structure is very simple. It is a high power transformer and a high power confusement. So what is welding machine parts? First of all, Permal Collie, one the document outline the main parts of shielded metal arc and welding machine, including the machine itself, electrode cables, mesa cable, and welding power sources, and current control, electrode holder, arc clamp and switch, and also electrode. So, my dear guys, if we talk about the historical background of welding machine, in 1877, English-born American engineer Elihu Thomson invented the process of resistance welding by chance while preparing a lecture at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. 8 years later, in 1885, Thomson built the first electric welder. So, my dear guys, welding is a process because of using two or more parts using heat, pressure, or both. So, it's often done on metal and metal categorical position, thermoplastic, and even wood. So, the resulting joint is known as a weldment, and the conjoined parts are known as the parent material. So, the material used to create the weldment is called a filler or consumable. So, in these machines, is metal welding strong? Yes, my dear guys. Welding creates a high strength joint, although some structural adhesive are fast catching up. No other joining method can achieve such high strength as welding. So this is because the welder melts the two metal surfaces and interlinks the two subtractors. So what is the function of welding machine? A welding machine is a powerful tool used to fuse two pieces of metal together. So this machine holds the metal pieces in place, melts them, and uses pressure to join them. So it is an essential tool for any construction related job which requires metal work. So what is inside a welding machine? This is a somewhat stationary machine that has one main cable that receive energy from the source, usually three phase 220 or 440 volts AC. So the starter, a switch, the transformer, the rectifiers, the control of tension, voltage, and current ampere, the two secondary wires. One is to ground the machine to be. And what are, my dear guys, what are basic of welding machines? The basic or simple arc welding technologies uses a high-powered electrical arc to melt a metal or workpiece that's ground to the welding machine, and an electrode that's also attached to the welding machine. And electrical arcing occurs when electric current jumps and flows through the air between two conductors. So, what is the other name of a welding machine? Another name of a MIG metal inert gas welding machine is a gas metal arc welding machine, are essentially the same process, with the term MIG being more commonly used in informal context, while gamma is the technical and industry standard name for the process. So, what is a welding machine safety? Welding safety measures are designed to protect employees from welding hazards. Welding safety can be implemented by conducting proper training, inspecting welding equipment, and ensuring workers are aware of safety precautions. And also, before performing welding activities to minimize the risk of health and safety injuries. So basic theory of welding, arc welding is one of several fusion process for joining metal by applying intense heat. Metal at the joint between two parts is melted and caused to intermix directly or more commonly with an intermediate molten filler metal. Upon cooling and solidification, a metallurgical bond is created. So, what which metal is difficult to the weld in these machines? So, aluminium. The first impression of aluminium is that since it pliable and easily manipulated, it should be easy to weld. In reality, it is considered to be the most difficult metal to weld since it is an alloy and therefore mixed with other metals. So some have even called a welding with aluminium a nightmare. So what is the working principle of welding machine? The process of electric arc welding is base. on the principle that when electrical current is passed through an air gap from one conductor to another, so then an electric arc is produced, which generates a very intense and concentrated heat. So, what power a welding machine or, my dear guys, welding power supplies may also use a generator or alternator to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. So, modern designs are usually driven by an internal combustion engine, but machines may use an electric motor to drive an alternator or generator. So, what is the main part of a welding machine? And the main component of welding equipment are filer, metal, power source, shielding gas, and personal protection gear. So, filer metal is the material used to join two pieces of metal together. So, my dear guys, I think that my video and my idea interesting for you. And if interesting, subscribe my channel and like my video. Thank you very much.